the penultimate week of the regular season, Week 16, and we've got a good one in store between the Pittsburgh Steelers and the New York Jets. Season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16.
Take it in at the 3. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line.
Going quickly here right away he lost the football. And it's picked up by the Steelers. And they will take over at the 29-yard line.
To put it mildly, that is not the way anyone wants to start off a game. You fumble on your first offensive snap. But now what you're worried about is, does that linger throughout the game for your guys on offense? And how's the defense going to handle it? Because no one expects to run out on the field on the first play and have to all of a sudden start to play themselves.
Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5. If you start assessing what went wrong last week, Charles, in their loss, had nothing to do with the ground game. They ran it well.
And you also have to say to yourself as a team, don't go away from what worked. That's not the reason the game was lost. Running the football over time, when you do it consistently, usually translates into wins.
And they're open to do it consistently here. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. It's brought in by Harris. And he will not get what he needed as he stopped short of the 1st down at around the 22. He did his best to just get 4 out of that, but not enough. And now 4th down. Now Chris Boswell for the Steelers field goal try. From the left hash, this from 39. Boswell's kick is good, and the Steelers will jump out to a 3-zip lead. So the fumble recovery had him set up in ideal field position, but they can muster only 3 points out of it.
Yeah, when you're able to force turnovers, especially when it results in field position like they had, you really want to make it hurt. Here, they take the field goal. That's definitely not what they were hoping for.
And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. They fumbled the last time they had the football. Fortunate that it only led to a field goal. 3-0 the score as they start 1st and 10. And to the 36-yard line, taken down there after getting 8 yards. The success there, Charles, coming on the outside of the field, the ground game. Curious to see if that continues as we progress.
Yeah, we often talk about a variety in play calling and usually between run and pass. But in this case, with strictly the run game, you can be creative there as well. Run it inside, run it outside, keep the defense off balance.
And he'll go out of bounds, it looks like, right at the 40. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down. The Jets in trouble to start play, 6-8 on the year. And they've lost 3 straight here, and it kind of goes without saying, I guess, but they could certainly use a win.
Yeah, no doubt about that. There's a difference between a losing stretch and a losing streak. Right now, they're able to fall here. And now you're looking at going 4 games without a win. Things can start compounding themselves pretty quickly from this point forward.
And this time they were ready for him as he's taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, 2nd down. Maybe I'm wrong, but it looked like even if he had opted to keep that, I don't think there was going to be much to gain.
Seemed like it was perfectly defense. And know what they say, those guys on the other side, they get paid too.
Here's Harris off the play fake, rolling to his left. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 18. A really nice gain of 25 yards. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
And they'll send the slot in motion left. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. Chalk that up as a 4-yard loss. And now it's 3rd down.
Well, anytime down here in the red zone that you can get a running back going lateral to the line of scrimmage, that's a plus for the defense. We all hear about the offensive guys saying, get north and south, get upfield. They didn't allow it at all on that play.
Oh, not sure he saw the linebacker there as that's batted down and incomplete.
What an excellent defensive stand there in the red zone. Nice tight coverage. They certainly recognized how important it was to bring up 4th down here.
And it bangs off the right upright, no good. And instead of tying it up, they'll remain down by 3. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. You know, in our research packet this week, prepping for the game, so many articles from the local beat writer about the offensive struggles of this team and what will they do this offseason. What do you think they'll do?
Well, number one, they'll turn to their self-scouting report. And every team that's any good does this. They have outside groups. Check out their team, scout them, and tell you who can play, who can't play, and reasons why. Some of it may just be health. They have to get some guys healthy and back out on the field. But overall, evaluate this squad and make the changes that you need to.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. They'll look to throw here. He'll let it fly for Austin. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. One thing that offensive guys stress when they throw the deep ball, you're just counting on your receiver to find it, adjust before the defensive back can get his head around. In this case, though, the DB matched it move for move and knocked it away. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return.
And the Jets will take over.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And they were in field goal range last time out but couldn't connect.
And it's early in the game, so I don't think that the confidence just goes entirely out of, running your kicker back out there. But let's face it, some coaches have a little bit less patience for that than others. Let's see if they call the game differently now in terms of what they do on drives and not try and settle for field goals. When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going in. 15 more yards there and quickly another first down.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and putting the defense back on its heels.
Right back to him on first down. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
They have 3 tight ends in that formation. That's almost a universal sign that they're planning to run the football. But how about the defense there? They met force with force and caused a stack up behind the line of scrimmage and threw him for a loss.
He's got a man. That's caught. Left sideline. 18 yards that time to push him up, 1st and goal.
Boy, how about the speed with which this offense can get down the field? It's taken them no time at all to get down here, and now they're set up with a 1st and goal.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And a little bit of space there takes it inside the 5 to the 3. A pickup of 4 on 1st down. It'll be 2nd and goal. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. They'll go again from the 3 here on 2nd and goal. They'll try again, but he will go backwards as he's stopped for a loss. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up. Back to throw. Harris. And incomplete. They tried to drop it off, but he couldn't hold on. Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better. Got to get more help. Obviously, one that should have been caught. They got to find a way to bring those two elements together so they can make some progress in this one.
So a long drive gets him down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
And I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a 1st down now. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Over the middle, complete. That's Harris. And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. The linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
2nd and 6. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
I'm looking at this with my defensive eyeglasses on because you remember the old days when a tight end saw a linebacker covering him and thought he had a mismatch? But the way they can run nowadays, not necessarily so. They gave it a shot downfield. That one incomplete.
Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. And the Jets are going to take possession of the football.
Well, it's not the first time we've seen him give one up here during his rookie season. And in this case, zone coverage forced the mistake. He's made some strides week to week in how he's handling the different type of coverages that he's seeing. But clearly, there's some growing still to do.
Throwing to start the drive. Harris forced out to his left. He finds Wilson. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5.
A kicker fest so far. All points via field goals. They're hoping to change that right here.
They'll try and run this one right up the gut. And he goes backwards on this one. Losing yardage to the 7. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
I think we call that season's greetings right there. He came up, pow! Knocked him for a loss.
On 2nd and goal, they'll give it to him again. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. The 2nd down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there. Defensively, I think they can smell a stop ball right around the 5 here, brings up 3rd.
And I think what they've done is they put doubt in the minds of the offensive guys. What do we do? Because now you don't have a go-to play. Either side they pick, throwing it, running it, it won't be easy.
Able to hold him to just 2 yards, and now it's 4th and goal. Now the Jets will call on the field goal unit here. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. And his kick is indeed good. And they will take the lead here in this battle of field goals at 6-3.
So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Well, it's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points seeded.
Well, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. They'll look to throw. He gets it complete to Harris. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. The catch and run there, good for 16 and a first. Harris running straight ahead. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. They'll drop the throw. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete. He'll look to throw. That ball caught by the former Toledo Rocket, Deontay Johnson. And he will have a Steelers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
I know you're trying not to scoreboard watch, but you only got 3 points. You're kind of hoping that that type of play there gives you some positive momentum going into the half.
Yeah, need to do something to get more than that 3 number that they have on the scoreboard right now. And he is going to be stopped up at the line of scrimmage. And we'll have a stoppage as well as we have reached the 2-minute warning. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the Jets have recovered.
Well, partner, they went empty set there. No backs in the backfield. All receivers out in the pattern. And in this situation, you know what the quarterback has to do? Act as his own blitz control.
Yeah, he's got nobody else there to protect him.
No one else there to protect, which means he's got to get rid of the football and absorb the hit, but not go down and fumble the ball.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
That was nice work there defensively to force incompletion. Now, even though this drive started in plus territory, they're still not in field goal range yet. So they can work towards another couple of stops and not allowing that turnover to hurt.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Harris looking left side, and he's got a man. That's right. And not much happening there. He's taken down, but a late penalty flag in the backfield. And this looks like a roughing call. So now a fresh set of downs, 1st and 10 after roughing the passer. Now a throw here, hauled in. And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
Going right back to Wilson. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down about the 21 or 22. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6. A 3rd field goal of the first half, not what they're looking for as they come up on 3rd down. Now a handoff running through the middle. He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
Just a simple run play there on 3rd and 1, but this D was up to the challenge and stopped him, bringing up 4th down.
Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. Harris now throwing on 4th down. Thomas has got it, complete. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. That's a 4th down pickup of 10 yards, and an opportunity certainly missed on the defensive side. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Could we get a touchdown in this first half after all? It's 1st and 10.
Now here's a little touch pass as they tap it quickly to their receiver.
And he's able to get this down to the 5-yard line before he's out of bounds.
And a lot of times these plays, they either go for nothing or they go for big yardage. And here, they got to the outside, turned it upfield, and ended up getting a nice little gain out of it.
2nd and 3 with the ball sitting on the 5.
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks.
Now Harris from the gun on 3rd down. And not much on the return there. He'll take it only up to the 9-yard line.
And that felt like a little extra pressure on that 3rd down attempt, and their mistake cost them points because they're inside the red zone. So you know you've got at least a field goal waiting for you. And in this case, they end up with nothing.
And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And a nice gain there as he'll be taken down just shy of the 20. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. The last run got 9. That leaves them with 2nd and a yard. Now back to throw. He'll let it fly for Austin. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
I like the fact that he took the shot deep downfield. Even if you don't get the catch, maybe you get a defensive penalty and pick up the yardage that way.
This time they stay on the ground. And he's going to have a first down, but not sure it'll matter as the clock will continue to run. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. They'll look to throw here on 1st down. He'll let it fly for Austin. And got his man complete.
And he'll be forced out of bounds all the way down inside the 20.
Now here's a timeout as they're going to get it with 8 seconds remaining here in the first half. So even though it's 1st down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They'll set up a throw to the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Well, this is a half where not just the coverage, but the entire defense is setting the tone in this game.
Now with 5 seconds left, not really enough time to run another play and then stop it. So on comes the field goal unit. It'll be from the right hash, and it'll be a 36-yarder. Boswell's kick is good, and that will tie things up at 6-6.
Well, they got the turnover and were able to drive it down, Charles, but ultimately in the end, the defense holds up, and they only come away with the 3 points.
Yeah, they gave up a lot of ground, but when they had to, they settled in and prevented the interception from leading to 6 points. Because you never want to see turnovers turn into any type of points against you, but better to give up 3 than 6.
To throw is Harris. A final shot before break. Looking long for Thomas. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Minkah Fitzpatrick. And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half. So we have reached halftime here with not much scoring between these two teams. 6-6 our score. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. All even through one half of football as we get back underway in quarter number 3. Fielded just outside the goal line. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
Well, the first half, very even. I mean, really, in all facets, this ball game tied, Charles. So as we start the third quarter, curious to see what the second half brings us.
Certainly am. I'm with you on that one. And we all know a lot of coaches from the NFL all the way down to the Pee-wee level. They love to spin it to their teams. Hey, we're starting a brand new, shorter ball game. It's all even. Let's go out and seize it. This is ours.
2nd and 11. He finds his man complete. It's Harris. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. The catch and run there, good for 16 and a first.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
Now a first down carry for Harris. And he'll fight forward on the straight-ahead running for just a couple of yards. 2nd down.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. They're going to look to throw. Here's Johnson with a reception. And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets' 36. A very solid gain of 27. So in Jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 36. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Harris. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. 4 yards the pickup, first down. They hand this off to Harris, and he is going to lose yardage here. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. He finds his man complete. It's Harris.
And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here.
With his size coming out of the backfield, usually takes more than an arm tackle to get him down. That's why they like to get him involved in the passing game.
No doubt about it. You saw him running that angle route there and catching the ball. And with his size, not often thought to have hands, but we're hearing that more and more. Guys are doing a better job of catching the ball at any size coming out of the backfield because they need to be a full part of the offense.
Boswell's kick is good, and they take the lead here as it's now 9-6. And they don't get a touchdown here on the opening drive of the third quarter, but I think maybe you still say mission accomplished as they come away with the lead.
No, absolutely. You keep the pressure on, right? You go downfield, get some points up on the board, and hope that you've motivated your defense to take the field and hold that lead.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And they find themselves down on the scoreboard following the field goal a moment ago.
And I think even though they trail in the game now, I would consider that a win for their defense, and that's probably what they're telling the offense when they get to the bench. Hey, the onus is on you guys now. Get back out there and get us the lead back.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Off the play fake. Harris on the move to his left.
And that is going to be incomplete as he led him a bit too much.
The goal is certainly to try and make a big play happen and climb back into this game, but you have to be careful. If you overdo it, you could turn it over and hurt your team.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Looking to throw. Harris. Now he's going to throw it back deep over the middle. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
His impatience has to be bubbling over, trying to find a way to get his team to the end zone for the first time. He did find a way to break contain and get outside to buy his receivers a little extra time, but the connection couldn't be made on that throw.
They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. He'll air it out deep for Thomas. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked up by Minkah Fitzpatrick.
Boy, so another interception, CD. It feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
They'll start on the ground with Harris. And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. Fletcher Cox there for the tackle. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. He'll drop to throw.
And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to 3rd down.
As soon as he leaked out and began his route, someone on the defensive side broke with him and arrived just in time to separate him from another reception.
In motion, the tight end. Out of the gun now on 3rd down.
Pass complete. George Pickens with it.
And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. That's a 3rd down conversion of 24 yards there. Nice play. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Looking to throw.
A quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
But based on the play we just saw there, he might not be the guy you want to challenge in coverage on these all-important snaps. He certainly looks dialed in right now.
On second down, this is Harris.
You ain't going nowhere.
5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
Getting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end.
Pick it up. You're embarrassing us.
The Jets will bring in a nickel set as they try to stop this 3rd down. Now with the play clock about to expire, we get a whistle and a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. He'll look to throw. He finds his man, complete. That's Harris.
And he will have a Steelers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. A couple of first downs on the drive already as they'll go from the 47 now on 1st down. Back to throw. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. Touchdown!
George Pickens,
His 6th touchdown of the season.
and the Steelers use the big play to extend their 4th quarter lead.
Extra point put through by Boswell. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown.
Taking it about the 1. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession.
And the script really is flipped for them. The momentum on the other sideline, and now they have to try and battle back from a 2-score deficit. A quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
Yes, sir. How about an attaboy there on 1st down? Got his hand in and knocked it away.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down.
On the ball, on the ball.
To throw again. Harris.
Over the middle and complete to Wilson.
And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
He has a man. It's complete to Wilson. And he is going to have a Jets first down, and he's going to have it by plenty. Able to get 8 yards there on 3rd and 2.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a one-possession game. Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown.
On the ball, on the ball.
They'll look to throw again. Looking long for Thomas. And that is incomplete.
When you're leading in the final quarter, your radar has to be up for any potential deep shots. And probably not the last one they're going to see in this game, not as long as they hold this lead.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. Again, he'll drop to throw. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by the linebacker, Myles Jack. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Steeler touchdown. Make it back-to-back weeks now with a pick 6 for him. He had one a week ago.
Talk about being in the groove, and what are the odds of what we're seeing right here? You don't see it happen very often. Listen, if you get a pick 6 in a season, it's been a big year, let alone back-to-back weeks. Tell you this, I wouldn't play cards against this guy in the locker room.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Fields it right around the goal line. Oh, a good return up past the 30. The 40. Past the 20. And he will score. Touchdown, Jets. I know a lot of special teams coaches, they just want to keep it away from him because that's what he can do.
And others have egos that their players can't keep up with. And they say, challenge it. Kick it to him. The way he runs as fast as he is, I wouldn't challenge him at all. I'd do everything possible to keep it away.
He is just a blur when he gets a full head of steam, and he got a full head of steam there. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead is trimmed down to 10. So now the other return teams out there as they'll try to duplicate what they just saw. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. First down, and they go back to Harris. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up. And I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
They'll run again with Harris. And they'll get this just to the 47. 1-yard gain.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
They'll look to throw here. They'll get this to his tight end. That's Pat Freiermuth. And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets' 36. His first catch, and it's a pretty big one. They get the conversion on 3rd down. A much better effort we're seeing from him under center this week versus last week when he threw 4 picks.
He has thrown the 1 in this game, but you're right. When you cut it down from 4 the previous week, and we always talk about adjustments, well, he made some in practice, and he continues to work on it during the game. I'm sure he's getting plenty of reminders about how to stay in the moment, stay focused on the text.
He's got him in the driver's seat here in the 4th quarter. Nothing doing. Barely able to muster a yard to hit the 35.
Oh, there's plenty of traffic waiting for him up the middle. But give him credit, he tried barreling through anyway. They're fortunate to get a yard out of that one.
On on the give. This is Harris. 66 yards rushing for him now in the ball game. The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? You just give your superstar the ball and continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking.
Trying to pick it up on the ground with Harris. And he'll be tackled about 2 yards shy of the line to gain. A 1-yard pickup leads to 4th down. It's a gain of a yard, and it takes us to the 2-minute warning. So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. They've got a 4th down here in a game that looks to have been decided already. They run for it with Harris. And he gets the first down here as he's taken down at the 24. That one a backbreaker as they wind up converting there on 4th. Starting to look like this drive, it may be the final nail in the coffin.
Well, this is why you work out so hard, right? This is why you spend all that time in the offseason. This is why you have those OTAs and mini camps. For these situations, these scenarios, to run someone into the ground and secure a victory.
They'll keep it on the ground. Harris again. And he'll power his way forward for about 4 yards there on the first down carry.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get in behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. This will be a 5-yard pickup as they move it from the 20 to the 15. Heavy set out there on 3rd and 1. On 3rd down, here's Harris. He is going nowhere as he is enveloped behind the line. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. They're going for it. This is Harris. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. 10 yards is the pickup there, and that should just about put a bow on this one.
No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the 4th quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football.
And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers.
Najee Harris, his 12th rushing touchdown of the year. And the Steelers are an extra point away from making this a 3-score game.
Boswell good with the extra point, and that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17.
Chris Boswell to kick off for Pittsburgh.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
The Jets take over first and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive.
And you see a lot of frustrated faces as they are inching closer to a 4th straight loss.
Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Minkah Fitzpatrick. And you have to wonder, Charles, in a game like this, 5 interceptions, what does this do to the psyche of a young quarterback?
Well, based on the fact that he's still out there, and he threw a 5th interception. I'm wondering if his head coach believes that he's really strong mentally and wants him to play through it. Because otherwise, you need to get him out and fight another day, because this could leave lasting damage if he keeps throwing interceptions.
I guess the simple question, why not just take a knee there?
I don't understand either why you would take any sort of a chance. We've seen it happen in the game of football. Doesn't matter whether you've watched high school, college, or the NFL. Some people get a little greedy, try to get that extra running play in, and it can backfire on them.
He's going to loft one deep left side here. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jordan Poyer. And the Jets come up with a late turnover, but it will probably only matter to the statisticians as this ball game is now officially over. Well, this was a very close ball game at halftime, Charles, but in the second half, that offense kind of kicked things into another gear, and they were able to pull away for the victory.
And, Brandon, I think they're the type of team that just looked in the mirror and said, hey, ton of pressure on, but we're the type of team that can flat out handle it. They stood up with confidence, and made it happen for a victory.
So for Pittsburgh, it's a good 5th win for them as they play out the string. And they'll return home next week to take on the Cincinnati Bengals. Meanwhile, for the Jets, they're guaranteed now a sub-500 season as they fall to 6-9. And they'll try to get back on track next week as they head up to Orchard Park to take on the Buffalo Bills.